think it'll have minimal impact. Part of the reason is that the Canadian and U.S. economy is very well integrated, but in particular in the steel industry, if you go back over the last, say, 10 years, one year there'd be a small surplus for the U.S., another year there'd be a small surplus for Canada, depending on what was happening primarily in the construction and auto industry. And I think that the administration wanted to put those tariffs on as leverage for their bargaining with on NAFTA, but also to send a message to the other countries. And we've always taken a position that there ought to be strong tariffs on China, South Korea, Vietnam, India. Every one of those countries cheats. They don't play by the basic rules of trade or the basic rules of the WTO. So I think once the shock of lifting the tariffs each way against and for, I think that it'll calm down, and we're going to support the government in moving its agenda to take China on. We can't tolerate a $300, $400, $500 billion trade deficit in manufactured goods from one country year after year after year. That's just not playing by the rules.
Are the tariffs working on China? Have you seen a change, and is it helping your business?
I think that we've got to be a lot tougher with China. Part of, if you look at the statistics, while the administration has been talking with China, they've been flooding the market because our trade laws don't work very well. If we think that they're cheating, we have to file a case with the International Trade Commission. And from start to finish, if we were to win the case, you're talking about sometimes up to 18 months. And sometimes the remedy is for 3 years, and then you've got to go back and do it again. The trade laws in the United States and in Canada are really backwards. You've got to demonstrate you've been injured before you can ask for some relief. And how bad does the injury have to be? And so you lose thousands of jobs, you win a trade case. And I think that the administration has to get a lot tougher with China. I mean, I heard you just talking about Howie a little while ago. Howie is going to put stuff into this country at less than cost. They're looking at making electric buses, and they want to send them over from China. I'd just as soon have a fight for clean air, clean water inside this country rather than wait for China to send their junk to us.
Yeah, there's also concerns that they're spying as well. Leo, I mean, there was a lot of criticism.
Let me just interrupt. There's not a concern that they're spying. We know they're spying. Our steelworker computers were hacked, and we went to the Commerce Department, we went to the Justice Department, and we indicted, now it's 3-4 years ago, we indicted 5 Chinese who were crashing our computers. Us, the U.S. Steel and Westinghouse, were being crashed. So we know that they're not playing by the rules. We know they're cheating. There's no question about that. It's what are we going to do about it?
I just wanted to get quickly your thoughts on the fact that now that we're done with the Canada and Mexico steel and aluminum tariffs, Leo, do you think it was productive? I mean, did they work?
Look, I think they didn't work. They didn't work for either country. And there was not a big change. The tariffs against each other were a wash. And the reality is, while we were spending that time debating two countries that play by the rules, the countries that weren't playing and don't play by the rules have been flooding our market. Our trade deficit in durable goods has gone up, not down. And that's coming from China, India, South Korea, Indonesia, Turkey. And so there's an onslaught from every country. And the United States and Canada need to put safeguards into their legislation so that we're not going to be victimized by unnecessary and unwarranted surges in our capacity.